Okay, what I'm going to do now is a review on the Shinko 804 805s. Now I have these tyres on the Superdual, SWM 650 Superdual, and with the 17 rims. I've done roughly around about 5,000 Ks on these tyres. So what do I think of them? They're a fantastic 50-50 tyre, and that's what they advertise them as. They're very similar to the TCK 80s, but by what I've read, they last longer. As you can see from the front, still quite a significant amount of tread on the front. So I'd say it's still at least got probably 1,000 Ks on that. So you'd probably get 6,000 out of a front with 50-50 riding. Okay, I've used these tyres for at least 50-50 riding. 50% on road, 50% on road. Now you see the rear. The rear is, I don't know if you can really see it, there's my finger. The tread is just above my finger there. So probably have about 500 Ks left on that. So I'd say you get about a bit over 5,000, 5.5 on the rear with 50-50 riding. Now if you're doing all tar road or asphalt road, you'd get less. They work really well on the dirt, the rear and the front. When you really push it, but the front doesn't really have the traction in the corners, only because you see it doesn't really have a lot of side traction like a knobby. So if it's a tyre, if you want a tyre that really handles really well on the dirt, then you've got to obviously look at something more dirt orientated. But this is a good compromise if you're not going to go blasting through the dirt on this tyre. I rate them, and they handle really well on the road. They're very quiet, a rounded profile. So I actually really rate this tyre for any mid-weight bike, so your DR 650s, your KLR 650s, and obviously they make them for the bigger bikes as well. But and obviously they work really well on the Superdual. I'm about to change these tyres and put an 18-21 rims on the front and rear. Also 21 on the front, 8 on the rear, and we'll be running a different tyre. So just let you know my thoughts on the Shinko 804 805s. No worries.